In this video, I'm going to show you how to divide by decimal numbers. So that means problems like these: 2 divided by 0.5 and 8 divided by 0.2. And also problems like this: 3.5 divided by 0.05. But first, I think it's important to know that numbers can be made 10, 100, or even 1,000 times greater by multiplying the number by 10, 100, or 1,000. For example, let's take the number 32.75. Now, by multiplying this number by 10, you would be making it 10 times greater. And this means that the decimal in the number 32.75 needs to be moved one space to the right. And this is because every single digit of our number has become 10 times more valuable. So moving our decimal one space to the right really means we've pushed each digit one space to the left. So if you take the same number and multiply it by 100, you would be making it 100 times greater, which means the decimal would need to be moved two spaces to the right. This is because every single digit of our number has become 100 times more valuable. So moving our decimal two spaces to the right really means we've pushed each digit two spaces to the left. And if we take the same number, multiply it by 1,000, we would be making our number 1,000 times greater, which means the decimal would need to be moved three spaces to the right. This is because every single digit of our number has become 1,000 times more valuable. So moving our decimal three spaces to the right really means we've pushed each digit three spaces to the left. So now that we understand what happens when we multiply by 10, 100, or 1,000, let's divide by decimal numbers. In our first problem, we have 2 divided by 0.5. And I'm going to show you 3 steps to make problems like these easier to solve. The first step, we need to make the denominator 0.5, also known as our divisor, into a single digit whole number. Now, to make 0.5 into a single digit number, we need to make it more valuable, which can be done by multiplying it. So, what should we multiply 0.5 by to make it into a single digit whole number? Should we multiply it by 10, 100, or maybe 1,000? That's right. We need to multiply it by 10. 0.5 multiplied by 10 equals 5. So we've completed our first step by making 0.5 into a single digit number. Now, with division, if you make the divisor a certain number of times more or less valuable, you also have to make the dividend equally more or less valuable to maintain the same value, which leads to the second step. We need to multiply our numerator 2, that's our dividend, by the same number we multiplied our denominator by. So that means you'll multiply 2 by 10. Again, 2 multiplied by 10 means we're making 2 10 times greater, which means it will become 20. So we've completed our second step, which is to multiply the numerator by the same amount. So now you can see that you've created a division problem that is much easier to solve. So our third step is to divide the numerator by the denominator, or dividend by divisor. And 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Next, let's divide 8 by 0.2. So again, our first step is to make our denominator 0.2 into a single digit number. And to do that, we'll need to make it more valuable which can only be done by multiplying it. So, what should we multiply 0.2 by to make it into a single digit whole number? That's right. We need to multiply it by 10. And 0.2 multiplied by 10 equals 2. So we made our denominator into a single digit number. Now our second step is to multiply the numerator 8 by the same number. Now that means you'll multiply 8 by 10 as well. Again, this means we need to make 8 10 times greater than it is, which means 8 becomes 80. So now that we've created a division problem that's much easier to solve, let's solve it. We're going to divide 80 by 2, and 80 divided by 2 equals 40. Okay, let's try one more. Let's divide 3.5 by 0.05. First step, let's make our denominator 0.05 into a single digit whole number. And we need to do that by multiplying it. So again, what should we multiply 0.05 by to make it into a single digit whole number? That's correct. It needs to be multiplied by 100. And 0.05 multiplied by 100 equals 5. So we've made our denominator into a single digit number. And step 2, we need to multiply our numerator 3.5 by the same number that we multiplied our denominator by. So this means we need to multiply 3.5 by 100 as well. And remember, this means we're making 3.5 100 times greater, which means it will become 350. So now that we've created a division problem that's much easier to solve, let's solve it. Now we're starting on the left side. 3 is too small to divide by 5, so we need to include 5 to make our number 35, which is large enough to divide by 5. And 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So now let's cross out 35, since we're finished dividing that part of the problem. Next, 0 divided by 5 equals 0. So 350 divided by 5 equals 70. So you can use these 3 steps to help you when you divide by decimal numbers. As always, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.